And I am here for a 21-week pregnancy update. I am 22 weeks and 1 day today. Viability countdown is under 2 weeks. Under 2 weeks. I'm going to count that down all the way to 24. It's so exciting. Okay. So the past week we had a bunch of stuff happen, so let me just jump right on in. The first thing was last Friday, which was June 12th. I had a quick, or what was supposed to be a quick, appointment with one of the nurses at my OB office, and they were supposed to be giving me all kinds of information, pregnancy information, hospital information, classes information, all of that kind of stuff. And when I went there, somebody got their wires crossed. The nurse thought it was supposed to just be a quick checkup, so I kind of got a twofer, which is fine. They checked my blood pressure, they checked my urine to make sure there was no protein in it, and we did get to hear the heartbeat, which at that time was 155. 155 was nice and loud and nice and quick. So then the nurse said, okay, well, that's it. And I said, well, wait a minute. This isn't what I came here for. In which case she got all confused and we had to figure out what was going on. And after that, she did finally give me all the information that I originally went for. And she said that the appointment was just put in the wrong way. But, long story short, you guys have heard me say that I've been pretty satisfied with this OB group. I've met 2 out of the 4 doctors, and the 2 doctors I've met so far were really, really amazing. This nurse, though, I'm glad I won't have to be dealing with her. Now, I don't know, maybe this is just kind of petty, but she was one of these people where when she talks to you, she's talking to you like this, with her eyes closed, and they're just kind of like wavering. Or instead of looking at you, she's looking over here and talking to you like this. And I don't know, that's just one of my pet peeves. Especially if you're providing a service. Look at me. My eyes are here. They're not over there. I don't know. It kind of drives me crazy. And I tried to make some small talk. And it just so happened that the night before this appointment, I had to use the home Doppler. I use it, I don't know, once a week just to, keep the nerves at bay. And I mentioned it to her, and she got on her whole high horse about how that they don't recommend using home Dopplers, and at the point I'm at, everything should be fine. And I wanted to just rip her a new one. I was that close to saying, have you even read my chart? Do you even know what I've been through? Don't even try and tell me that, yeah. I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I'm going to get off of it before I get on the soapbox. But bottom line is, yeah, she kind of aggravated me. And if I have to deal with her again, I probably will say something. But thankfully, I should not have to deal with her again. All of my appointments are set up until, I want to say 34 weeks. And they are all with the actual doctor-ish, not with this nurse. So we'll just let that one go. But she did give me all the information that I needed. There's a whole slew of classes that my hospital offers, which I was not expecting. Not like I've ever been through this before, but I was looking for the basic birthing classes and whatnot, but I didn't realize all the other things that they offer. And we did sign up for just about all of them. There's 2 birthing classes, one of which is a natural birthing class. So maybe with information from both of those classes, I'll be able to determine whether or not I can even attempt to do this naturally. I really would like to try and do it without an epidural. I have nothing against epidurals. They just scare me. They scare me because of what they are and where they go, and I already have back issues. So that being said, though, it's kind of a roll of the dice, in my opinion, as to whether or not I'm even capable of trying to go all natural. I don't know if my back is going to cause an excruciating amount of pain, or if I will be able to tolerate it. Maybe it won't be as bad as I'm envisioning it could possibly be because of my back. So I don't know. I think those 2 classes will really help, and maybe I can just play it by ear and tell them what my intention is. But at the same time, I'm also not against an epidural if I absolutely can't take it anymore, so to speak. I'm thinking that's probably the road I'm going to go. That we will try, and we'll see what happens. The other classes, there was a baby care class, there's a breastfeeding class, which I'm really excited about. I know a lot of times you have to ask for a lactation consultant, which I probably still will do, but to have a breastfeeding class before the day comes and possibly even have the option of kind of knowing what I'm doing and to get the baby to latch on and start breastfeeding right away, I'm really excited about that class. The other one is the hospital tour. That's the first one, and I believe, I want to say it's in August. All these other classes are either at the end of August or the middle of September or the end of September. Most of them say to take them a month to 2 months before your estimated due date. I'm kind of paranoid that I might go early. There's a lot of IVF girls that I've seen that have gone early, and I have no idea if it has anything to do with fertility treatments or if it's just another roll of the dice, and that's just the way things have been going lately. Not for everybody. There's some that even with twins that have gotten to 38 weeks, which is amazing, and a few other girls that have gone to just about the end. So I'm hoping I will be among those. But of course, I'm a little bit paranoid. I want to get these classes in enough time just in case something should happen early. So I didn't want to wait till the very end. The last class is a infant CPR class, which I thought was pretty awesome also. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes plus hospital tour. We're signing for all of them. So the calendar is getting full. Okay, other than that, before I jump into other things, which I'm sure you guys are knowing where this is going to go, let me just go into symptoms and cravings. Cravings, there really hasn't been many cravings. Not this week, not last week either. So the cravings have subsided for now. I will say someone will bring something up and I'll go, oh, that sounds really good. Can I have it now? I don't know if that counts as a craving though. I actually, a couple days before the gender reveal, before we realized what we were having, I had went out to lunch with a few people that I work with, and I looked at the menu and I had every intention of getting a certain item, and then somebody else ordered something else, and I was like, I want that. I want exactly what he ordered. Thank you. So, yeah, I don't know if that really counts, but nothing, no actual items that I've been craving. Symptoms. Most of the symptoms have stayed the same except for a few. I mentioned last week that the wrists starting having issues. That has continued. That has actually gotten worse. Over the last couple of days, it's kind of plateaued, so I'm hoping maybe where I'm at right now is where it'll stay. We'll see. The right wrist is worse than the left wrist, and I'm right-handed, so that's not good. But maybe I will get a little bit better at being ambidextrous at certain things. But pretty much if this hand has to hold on to anything, after, I don't know, not even a minute, the tingling starts up and it will continually get worse and worse and worse and worse unless I let go of said item. At night, it has gotten worse. Both of the wrists will wake me up at night. It's kind of strange. A lot of times they say, if you sleep like this with them bent, that makes it worse. I don't think I really do that, but what I do is they end up like underneath the pillows or underneath my head, and I'm sure that doesn't help either. So if it keeps waking me up, I may attempt to sleep with braces on my wrists and see if that helps. Because I don't know if I want to call it insomnia, but the sleeping or lack thereof is not gotten any better either. It's gotten worse because of the wrists waking me up. And even before that happened, sleeping on my side is not going well for me. It wakes me up every couple of hours because part of my legs and part of my feet kind of, they don't really feel like they're asleep. They just feel like someone beat the tar out of them. They're very sore. And I have to flip over on the other side, and the cycle repeats. So between those couple of things, I have not been getting a good night's sleep for the last, I don't know how many weeks. So I don't know, maybe the body is just preparing me for things to come. That's fine. Other than that, what else? What else has changed? Oh yes, yes. So the wrists started in the same concept as one elsewhere. And if Gigi or Marika are watching, I'm sure they're going to be laughing. The toes, particularly in the left foot right now. And it's just the little toes, not the big toe. They will not go numb, but they will get that pringly sensation, that prickly sensation. And it'll get pretty bad. It'll get pretty bad. And I'll try and start wiggling my toes around, which doesn't work very well. And then it'll go away, and then it'll come back, and then it'll go away. I notice it happens a lot more towards the end of the day. And even if I do have my feet up at the time, it doesn't matter. It'll come and go and come and go. So the joke there is that the nickname of numb toes has been passed on to me. But yeah, that's about it. The rest of the symptoms have about stayed the same. Oh, Mr. Toothbrush and I have been getting along better this week. If you watched my last vlog, you know what I'm talking about. The toothbrush and I just haven't been getting along. This week it hasn't been that bad, so I don't know if that's circumstantial or what, but I'm going to take it. Because out of everything, I find that one the most annoying. I don't know why. Even though it's very short-lived, I just, I like to give the teeth a good brushing in the morning, and when things don't go well, it kind of seems like it's like I'm beating my head against the wall with trying to keep my teeth clean. So that's about it for the symptoms and cravings and whatnot. Oh, last thing, and most important thing. I'm going to stop. If you haven't watched my gender reveal, you might want to pause this and go and check it out. I will link it below. It's only 2 minutes. Go on, click it. I'll be here waiting for you. Because if you don't, you're about to get a spoiler. My gender reveal party was this last Sunday, and oh my God, it was amazing. First of all, if you haven't seen it already, baby is a boy. We are having a boy. I cannot tell you how many people were shocked. Just shocked. There were so many people that thought it was a girl, including my husband, including his 3 sisters, including many, many other people. And when we cut into that cake, it's the number of jaws that hit the floor was just, it was great. It really was. I personally did not have a feeling either way, so I was not shocked. No matter what it was, I was going to be happy. But it was a pretty awesome day. It really was. My house is not that big, and it was bursting at the seams because I had about 35 people. Close to 40 people in my house. And like I said, if you knew how big or lack thereof my house was, you'd be like, whoa, that's a lot of people for that house. It was, but it was fun. I am going to attach onto the end of this the live shot of the cake actually being cut. So stay tuned for that. I will also attach the pictures. There were pictures inside of our envelope that came back with the cake, ultrasound pictures. And yeah, little boy was definitely showing off what he had. There was no 2 ways about it. So I will attach those onto the end. Even if you are not good at seeing ultrasounds, you're probably going to see what you should be seeing in these gender ultrasounds. It's pretty obvious. But yeah, it was a really amazing day, and it was a really emotional day. Quick little story before I let you guys go. I don't have a whole lot of family left, and the family that is left in this state is distant cousins. The family that I am closer to is not in this state, and still more family, like my sisters and my mother, are out of state. They did try to make it, but there's some Nazi managers out there that don't like giving people time off. We'll leave that alone. But most of the people that were at this gender reveal party were friends and family from my husband's side. I actually did not think that anybody left from my family that were local were going to be able to be here. Well, there's one cousin that I am very, very, very close to. I try to visit her every year. She's in Phoenix, and she showed up on my doorstep. Oh my God! My husband answered the door, and I didn't hear it because obviously there was already a lot of people in the house. And he said he was just like, oh my God. But if I would have heard that, it probably would have given it away. I didn't hear it. She comes walking through my house. I turned around and I was a mess. I was a wreck. The waterfalls just came flowing. It was crazy, but it was amazing. And she is just an awesome, awesome person for flying halfway across the continent just for a gender reveal party for me. Oh my gosh. And I'm about ready to cry just talking about it. It was amazing. It really was. The other part that was amazing is when it was time to cut the cake, there were people behind me, there were people next to us, there were people, the majority of the people were in front of us. And I look up and there's like 15 cameras ready to take a picture. And I was like, oh my God, this is me cutting this cake. This isn't somebody else. This is me. This is my gender reveal. And it just suddenly became real. It suddenly became real in just that very second. And it was pretty overwhelming. It's overwhelming just talking about it. You can probably tell I'm ready to cry again. So when we cut into that cake, it was just amazing. It really was. If you ever get the chance to do one, I highly recommend it, even though the lead up time to it is kind of practice and self-torture. My cake girl knew what the sex of the baby was slightly over a week prior to the gender reveal. And just the having the ability to be able to look in that envelope or be able to have them say, you know what, just tell me what it is at the ultrasound is very, very tempting. It's very, very tempting. And I can't tell you how many times I just wanted to say, just tell me what it is. But I'm glad that we didn't. I'm glad we did it this way because it was that much more amazing being able to find out with everybody all at the same time. And even with you guys, because I did get that video uploaded, the official gender reveal. It was probably about, I want to say, a half an hour after the cake got cut. So that went up not far long after we actually revealed to everybody that was here. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys this week. Not much going on next week, so I don't know if I'll do one of these next week or if I'll combine it with the week after because my next doctor's appointment is June 30th. So we shall see. I do think there might be a few more pregnancy symptoms next week. This was just week 21, so I didn't want to bring in anything that actually started happening today, but I think I got a few kicks today. I think. So we'll see what happens over the next week, and I will let you guys know in the next update. But it definitely felt like something. It was not anything questionable. Yeah. In the past, it was always like, well, maybe that was something, I don't know. Today, there was 2 or 3 times where it was like, oh, that was definitely a kick or a punch. There was just, I can't even describe it. It's an amazing feeling. It really is. And when people tell you, you know when it's movement, that's true. You definitely know. You definitely know, even though there's really no way to describe it. So, enough of that. I've said too much. That's supposed to be part of next week's update, but there's your sneak peek. All right, stay tuned. I'm going to attach the ultrasound pictures and the live cutting of the reveal cakes in case you guys want to see what our reactions were right now. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Hell no.
Too late.
You're gonna have to hold it up, I think.
All right, are we ready? And don't forget we're in front.
What are the
Like the
names?
cake
Oh,
cut
now
in
somebody-
front.
you're in
Oh,
front.
wait, now you can't go out. Cut here. You got two of yours. Right there, let it fall. There you go. You got it? Right there. 1, 2, 3. Let's blow.